Caleb Williams was in town for his 30 visit. Cap reported that Roma Dunze's here today.
Good.
A few other players had been in town this last 48 hours. They wined and dined at Sophia Steak, which I haven't been to. I've got to get up
Where's
there.
that at?
It's up in Lake Forest.
Oh.
And if I'm not...
Sophia Steak.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? Just steak? No chicken? No nothing else?
No, probably chops.
Lamb chops, pork chops.
Steaks, chops. And
Anybody doing good work with pork nowadays?
Sophia Steak there's one in Wilmette and there's one in Lake Forest. It's part of the Ballyhoo Group. Our buddy Chef Todd Stein is their executive chef.
Ballyhoo.
Yeah, so I've heard Sophia Steak is great. Like the
Okay.
guys that all live up that way, Waddle,
Yeah.
Sylvie, Pat Boyle.
Sure.
They say it's fantastic. That's where Caleb and a handful of guys were wining and dining, and then I guess some of the other guys were over at Eddie Merlot's. So they've been out and about around town.
Can you get a Cabernet at Eddie Merlot's?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Believe it or not, you can. Cap had said from what he heard, Cap this morning said from what he has heard inside the organization, they were never really worried about the medicals anyway. Caleb has never really been hurt. Our buddy
never
Mike
been
Strauss
injured.
gets irate when we say that. He had a hamstring injury. He had like a minor hamstring injury that he mostly played through. Like
Muscular injury.
2 seasons ago.
Yeah, he's never really been hurt. I'm not sure why Mike gets so triggered by that. He has been hurt.
He had a hammy.
Every time we bring it up, I get an
Grow up.
angry text from
Unreal.
Mikey. He's hurt. He's been hurt. Not really. The Bears had no concerns, and from what Cap had heard, they ran through their battery of tests, and there's nothing to be alarmed about. That was the last. I wouldn't even call it a hurdle. I'd call it like a step. And that was it. And then this is happening, despite Eddie on the north side thinking that Caleb is still only wanting to go to Washington. The Bears are drafting Caleb Williams. He will be their quarterback coming up here in 2024. Eddie was back on the station with the boys last night. He called Abdallah in black, and I heard Eddie, and God bless his heart, but I don't understand it. Like, Eddie thinks Justin stinks. Eddie thinks Justin Herbert stinks. Eddie thinks Josh Allen stinks. Like, what do you want? Like, I get it. We'd all like Patrick Mahomes. Guess what? You're not getting him. We had our chance. They blew it. Okay? I'm going to go Robert De Niro and Copland. All right? I gave you a chance for a real quarterback, and you blew it. You blew it. If you've never seen Copland, watch Copland.
Yeah, I saw Copland.
They blew it. You're not getting him. Like, what do people want? Justin's not this. He's not that. Justin Herbert stinks. Josh Allen stinks. Caleb Williams will be a bust.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, everybody wants Patrick Mahomes. What are the other 31 teams supposed to do? I mean, what are you supposed to do?
The next
Just
best
give
thing.
up? I mean,
the next best thing you got to find. That's
like,
it.
so I don't. I'm not sure. Like, you got to get over it, folks. If you're, this is it. This is the direction. Let's hope it finally works this time. For the first time ever, they seemingly have a better plan in place, and quite frankly, and most importantly, better players in place to help a young quarterback. And
They're
so
poised
you
to win.
got to get on
They're
board
poised
here.
to win.
And
They're
like
poised to win.
to call in, to be a Bears fan, and to constantly be calling, being like, I guarantee you they'll never win a Super Bowl with Caleb Williams. Well, first of all,
First, you can't do that.
I don't know, but why are Bears fans insistent upon like making declarations right now that they'll never win a Super Bowl with Caleb Williams? Yeah. I don't know if they will or if they won't. But what's with that sort of proclamation and declaration? What is that?
You could probably go, they wouldn't win with any quarterback that's coming out in this draft because only one of 32 team wins. I could be safe.
Guess what?
to
The odds
say-
are on your side.
Yeah, no kidding.
Big shocker.
Yeah, no kidding. Guess what you're giving me? The odds for them to win. I'm getting phenomenal odds on that then.
Wow.
If I say yes, they're going to win.
What a reach. You're taking all 31 teams, the field over
Besides
the
the
Bears.
Bears.
That's a
Yeah.
real reach.
Boy, what a magnificent statement.
Like, you're really going out on a limb.
They're not
Like,
saying anything is the point. So what are you looking for the next best thing? After Tom Brady did his thing, there'll never be another Tom Brady. How quickly was he replaced?
He's been
Patrick
replaced.
Mahomes? He's been replaced with Patrick Mahomes. That's how quick it happens.
Yes.
It could. There'll be nothing since John Elway. No. There's always the next guy coming down the pipeline.
Thank you, Jurko.
Always the next guy coming down the pipeline.
Always.
And there's going to be a guy. It could be Caleb Williams. Hopefully, the Bears are in a position to win games. And I'm telling you, as long as he's not making a ton of money, Caleb Williams, and he's not, they'll have a 5-year window to create something and get back to a Super Bowl. Huh? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Get back to the Super Bowl?
Yes. That's the
all I
goal.
want. I want to go. I want to go, Carmen. It's been so long since we went to Indianapolis together.
I know. It's been forever. It's been over a decade since we were at our last Super Bowl.
We had a wonderful dinner. We had good times. We've been banished from the Super Bowl.
Lots of laughs.
Lots of good times. We've been banished because our team hasn't gone.
You gotta get on board here and embrace this, folks.
Embrace it. You ain't got to love them.
I was excited when they drafted Justin Fields. Now, it didn't really work out. Justin didn't develop the way we had all thought. Did the Bears do him dirty a little bit early on? Probably. But is it all the Bears' fault? No. You know, I was excited, though. I was very willing to give Justin a chance. I thought there was some promise there. It didn't work out. Okay, now you move on. I just don't know, like, what is the other option exactly?
Yeah.
What are you wanting? What are you asking for? What's the option? A golden opportunity has fallen in their lap.
It's in your lap.
Ryan Poles has done a good job turning over this roster. It's younger. It's a little bit deeper. It's more athletic. They're just better.
Yes.
And now you have this golden opportunity with we don't have to say generational, blah, 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 with a very impressive prospect. He is a very impressive looking prospect. And you hope it hits this time finally. Like, I just don't get, like, what are the alternatives here? What are the other options? It wasn't happening with Justin Fields, folks.
No, this is your option.
And if anything, you really got a crystal clear idea of what the league thinks of him. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So, like, embrace this.
Turn the page, guys.
And like, okay, and we got to move forward with it. Now, you're not getting Patrick Mahomes.
Turn the page. You're hoping to get something as close to Mahomes as you possibly can get.